Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Socially Cheryl. I am here with my friend PJ, and we're going to talk about being lovers and friends. No, I'm joking. No, seriously, we're going to talk about if can you be friends and lovers though?
Interesting.
Very. So hold on, let's give you a little intro real quick. Oh, 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 oh. All right, enough of that, because they're gonna strike it on YouTube. They're gonna be like, you can't, copyright claims. So, yes, but our podcast is about can you be lovers and friends? And I thought we went to lunch today, and it was just very interesting, the conversations we were having and everything like that about basically, like, a lot of people are scared to cross the boundaries of friendship and being in a relationship.
Absolutely.
So I just want to get your perspective because PJ, how long I've known you?
It's been the 10th grade. My 10th grade year, because you're older than me.
I'm not.
Yeah, about mango season.
Right,
yeah.
But yeah, no. So anywho. All right, now let me shout out the Revere Beach Public Library.
Mm-hmm.
We're here doing our podcast. It was his idea. So I was just like, the library, can you talk in there? He was like, yes, they have private rooms and everything. So this is one of the rooms, and we're going to go ahead and do our podcast there. But once again, I'm in West Palm Beach, and the Revere Beach Public Library is amazing.
So literally. It's under renovation, actually.
Really?
So the other library that they had downtown, they moved everything to this library. And so that was under renovation. Once the city hall gets rebuilt, because they're tearing everything down over there.
Okay.
Then they're gonna move everything back over to that side.
Okay.
Like the fire department, you've seen that new fire department that they have right down the street on Congress.
Mm-hmm.
So all these buildings are being rebuilt. So it's what is it? The re-beautification of Riviera Beach.
One time for the raw. Yeah. Okay then. I don't stay here no more, but it's cute or whatever. So back on track. Just so you know, this is for my YouTube, Facebook, and all that. So now, once again, the infamous Facebook, not my Facebook, because I don't have Facebook anymore, but my podcast has a Facebook. So the attention and all the stuff that you was getting from our last live, if y'all watched us, we went to Miami and we were supposed to get married, and nobody came with rice to throw the rice at our wedding. So we just decided not to get married. We got, we was like, don't worry about it, nobody brought rice. Yeah. So
next time.
So now we are just talking about lovers and friends, and this is a very interesting conversation because I've been friends with people for a very long time and never crossed that boundary because they were like, I don't think it's good, it's going to ruin our friendship, da-da-da-da. What do you think about that?
So I personally think it can happen. Now, should it happen? Totally two different things.
Well, explain both of them.
Things. So it can happen, yes, because you being a friend, you know what that person needs, wants, and desires. And so you can...
Did you practice this?
No.
Okay.
I was asleep. Them drinks had it.
Okay.
So their needs, wants, and desires, you can, we'll say, accommodate or be there for them for those. You know their love language, and they know yours, so you can act accordingly, and you can be the...
You can kind of navigate through it.
You can navigate through it, or you can be the lover and friend that they need. And the negative parts about them, you can help them bring that down, or you can...
You're so tall, you're barely in the
frame?
Yes.
Oh, should I
I
get
don't know,
down?
maybe I should add another book under here. Y'all, we use some books for a tripod. Hold on. He tall, I'm short. Let me see.
I wonder if I look tall in real life.
Like, you do. I told you that earlier. I was just like, I didn't know you was this tall. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. But go ahead.
Let me turn everything on. Yeah, because...
We got distracted. Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
So you can be there for that person the way they need to be. Now, the negative part about it is, if it goes awry, you can lose a friend. You can lose a good friend. You can lose...
But how do you lose that friend if you already know their wants, needs, and desires? How do you actually lose that friend?
Because of their feelings. Not putting their feelings first. And then...
But you being a friend, wouldn't you want to put their feelings first?
Absolutely, but not everybody is good at dating. Not everybody's good at being in a relationship.
But if I'm your friend, wouldn't I know that?
No.
I'm just asking a combative question.
No, I don't think so.
If I'm your friend and we talked about everything and every relationship you've been in and blah, 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 and had discussions and all this, I'm assuming that it will work because I know what we've talked about. And I know that you say you was in a relationship with Lisa. And, you know, you and Lisa weren't good communicators. You would try to communicate things with her and she wouldn't receive it, blah, blah, blah. So now it's like, okay, well, I know that he's a good communicator. I'm a good communicator. It might work.
So, because you're my friend, I can communicate with you properly. I can be intimate with you properly. When I like the term boyfriend. When I was Lisa's boyfriend, I wasn't a good...
Lisa is a made-up character, just so y'all know. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So, when I was Lisa's boyfriend, if I wasn't good at communicating with her because I didn't speak her love language properly, or I didn't think that she admonished me properly, then it's going to be very tough. Because
admonish, what that mean? I got to Google it.
We'll say respect.
Okay.
If she didn't do those things with my heart, then I might have came off of that and not did what I'm supposed to do with you. Now, you being my friend, I would try, hopefully most people would try to do what's right with you and respect you and respect your mind and your time. But a lot of people really don't, because your friends, you be like, oh, I can do this because, you know, she gonna be there for me. You know, she's been there for me for the last 20 years. Why would she be there for me now when I'm blowing her back out? You know what I mean?
Darn. Well, when we talk about the dang-a-lang, we went to Palm Beach Gardens, okay? So, when we talk about dang-a-lang, how much of a, not really a mask, but how much does that alter your reception of people when it comes to being intimate physically with them?
So you know what you can say to that person.
When you're not hunching.
No.
When you are hunching.
Because they've told you, they've said to you, I wish they would just say this, or I wish they would just do this.
When they talk about other people?
When they talk about other people.
Gotcha.
And then you can use that to your advantage, which is good and bad, you know, because you know what you're supposed to do, where to place your hand, where to place your mouth.
Okay.
And so you could do those things accordingly. But if they think that that's what you're doing on purpose, then that could be a problem. It could be really problematic. Instead of, because a lot of people like to use the term organic, instead of making it an organic experience. You're doing these things mechanically, because I know that you want me to touch your neck here and kiss you there and the blah 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 that goes with that. So it makes it easy but harder.
Okay.
But I think it's always worth the conversation to explore them properly. Hey, what do you like? Where do you like to be touched? Where do you like to be kissed? How do you like to be kissed? Do you like a lot of time? Do you not? Those things. Do you like to be held afterwards? Do you not like to be held?
Hell no.
Should I go get
I need my space. Get over there. Don't touch me.
So we're going to get the warm rag.
That's it. That's the only time. Get a warm rag. Wipe me down and then go about your business. Because I need to sleep. That part. It's a snore for me. You ain't do your job, they ain't snoring, baby.
Man, I feel good when I hear that snore. That is like,
I done did my job.
Man, that's a bonus.
Let me get that little.
Man, oh man. Yeah, that's I love that.
Okay. Oh shit, okay. So for me, as a woman, if I had a male like best friend, I can't even talk because I'm a woman, but I don't do the womanly things that most women do. You know what I'm saying? Most women, if they have sex with their best friend, they think they're supposed to get married. And I just be like, okay, let me just, have this experience. And a lot of people, they'll just be like, oh, well, we've been best friends all this time and we crossed this line, so we need to go ahead and go all the way through. But I'm more of an experienced person. Like, okay, it was good, or it was great, but how does that fit into my life?
Do you think that because women your age may not be...
So I'm saying, oh,
a little bit. No, we talking about mango seasons, right? So you had a couple mango seasons, and you feel, or some women your age feel as if they need to be married, and now their best friend has snuck into their bedroom, and they can say to themselves, "Oh, I can be happy now because I have someone that has loved me at my worst, or has known me at my worst, and they can accept me totally and wholly. So now we're supposed to be together."
What was the question?
Do you think that most women in your mango season age feel that way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Only because it was drilled into us when we were younger that you should be married by a certain time. You should have kids by a certain time. Like, they had this whole timeline of how things should happen, even though they didn't do it. Okay. Even though they didn't do it, they just want better for us. So this is the timeline better goes in. You meet this guy at this age, you get married, you have kids, leave the career and everything out of it, Me personally, at my ripe old age, I don't feel like if I cross the line with my best friend or friend that it equates to marriage or a lifetime commitment to this person. Because even friends will have blinders. You don't know who your friend. I had a friend for over 20 years. I didn't know who she was until she became jealous.
I remember you telling me about that.
Yes. Yeah. Once she became jealous of my lifestyle and what I was doing, then that I don't want to say it was the real her, but that other side of her came out.
The
and
other
I'm
side.
Just like, yes. So I was just like, okay. And that can happen with someone you're intimate with as well. They could be friends for 20, 30 years, and then not until you gave them that gushy. Now they're looking at you like, we've been friends for 30 years. You've been holding this back from me. You mine.
I'm not holding it back.
You been holding that thing, bite. You been holding that snapper, bite.
Oh my goodness.
That boomerang. Wow, hit you. And now you like, wait a minute. You what? I already love you because you're my friend, but I love you because you gave me that snapper.
Do you think that friendship equates happiness?
I'm real mad because we don't have these microphones on. That's one.
We don't?
No. So we're just talking into the mic without having a microphone.
Okay.
Now the green light is on. I just looked, I said, 13 minutes in, and we doing like this. It ain't nothing record. I need to make sure this thing is recording on here.
The line was still moving. It wasn't.
But it might be like super low.
Ooh. Okay.
And, we'll just cross that bridge when we
come
to
your
it.
editor.
On Fiverr.
Fix it.
This man, who this?
That's my dad.
And then I need to get something right here because that's bothering me too. So I need another book. Something. Or maybe I could just, don't even worry about it, sweetheart. Nope, I got to turn that thing around. Like Beyonce did that wig in Dreamgirls.
Wow.
Let's just turn it around.
Okay.
Let's just turn it around.
Bring it on around town.
Right. So I think we're good now. We good?
Real good.
Okay. Sorry, YouTube. Okay.
So does friendship equate happiness?
I'm joking.
No, it doesn't?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, it does equate happiness?
No, I'm joking.
Oh.
I want you to finish.
Does
friendship equate happiness?
Absolutely.
I would hope so.
I wonder, because you haven't dated them. You've only gotten one side normally. And them being good, bad, and indifferent, they may not be the best in a relationship. They may only be a great representation of somebody that is worth it. And so they meet people on a regular basis and they date people, and then now they're like, when I get with you, I'm supposed to be even better because you know everything about them. maybe not.
Correct.
Maybe not. I didn't even know what like being a representation of yourself is. I remember the first time somebody said that to me, and I was like, "What do you mean?" They were like, "Because you're pretty awesome, and it has to be."
PJ, you're very awesome.
I mean, I paid extra for that, but
it wasn't included in the standard package.
But it was weird to hear that, because I didn't understand that people are different than who they really are.
Correct.
And
everyone has a persona.
Absolutely.
So that's that mask we was talking about.
And I think that's I do have a persona, but it's my Facebook one. So like when I'm out there playing my guitar or I'm telling my dad jokes, that's a persona, you know, as opposed to the reality of me being corny in a small period of time. I'm corny all the time.
I was just going to say, because you're dedicated to being corny.
It doesn't stop.
Please pause. Listen, y'all. If you don't like no corny nigga, don't hit him up. I'm just saying. No, but it's a cute corny.
But I think...
Was you that corny in high school? I think you were more focused in high school.
I probably was that corny. It just didn't fully develop into the good side of it, because like there's where you're struggling in high school, trying to be a certain person, trying to achieve something, whatnot, and then now that I've achieved things, I can settle in knowing that this is who I am. Because I might have been in high school like, I can't do this because, you know, I didn't know any other black dudes that were like this, you know, or some of my friends that were hard all the time. They wouldn't allow themselves to be made fun of or to be picked on or to be laughed at because of their corniness, you know? Like in front of a stage, I'll tell the dad joke. Do you want to hear one?
Yeah, go ahead. Enlighten me.
Well, here we go. All right. So a man went to the doctor. And said to the doctor, "Hey, I hear this voice in my leg. I'm not sure what it is, but I hear this voice in my leg." And so the doctor looked at him, then looked at his leg, then looked at him, then looked back at his leg. He said, "Okay." Took out a stethoscope and put the stethoscope on his leg, on his thigh. And he heard his voice. The voice said, "Hey man, you got $20 I can home to the first?" He looked at him, he looked at his leg, he looked back at him, and then he put the stethoscope on another part of his leg. And then he heard what the stethoscope said. The voice said, "Hey man, you got $1? I'm just hurting right now. If you give me this $1, I'm pretty sure I'll pay you back on the first. Just let me hold that real quick, please." The doctor looked at the man, looked at his leg, looked back at the doctor. Looked back at the patient. And so then he placed the stethoscope on another part of his leg. And then he heard his voice and said, "Hey man, let me hold $5. I just need this $5 to buy me a cigarette and I'll be okay. Please just let me hold this $5. The doctor looked at the man, looked at his leg, and then looked back at the man. And the man said, "Hey doc, are you hearing these voices like I'm hearing them?" He said, "Well, actually what I really think was going on is that..."
You gotta say the joke punchline before you start laughing, bro. You gotta say the punchline first.
Your leg is broken 3 places.
Now that was actually a good one, PJ. That was a good. His leg was broke in 3 places. See?
Oh my goodness. And then like allowing myself to be on TikTok to find all these jokes. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I feel bad for like anybody that... I don't feel bad. I feel like they're about to like have a great life because these corny jokes and this love that I'm gonna give you, you know, it's a tandem force.
Listen,
to be reckoned with.
I was gonna say to be reckoned with. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that was a corny joke. I mean, not a corny joke, the dad joke. That's what you call it, a dad joke. I just feel like I feel better sitting back.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sit back. If you sit back, you'll be in the whole screen. Yeah, I think that's it.
My complexion bothers me. Why? That's one thing you don't know about me. Like when I was a kid, I used to have problems with my complexion.
Why?
Well, it's different now. Like, I mean,
but
back in the day, I mean, me and Wesley Snipes was the blackest person on earth.
No,
you know,
that's black. The darkest people you knew on earth. They weren't the blackest people on earth. But I think, I'm gonna keep my opinion to myself. I just think the darker, the better to me. But
I've learned that a lot of guys had those problems growing up, and it was issues. I know this brings us off topic, but I know that's why a lot of them had dating problems later on in life, because that one person told them, "Hey, you black as hell." Now they had a problem with it. I can remember her name was Lorraine with a capital R.
Lorraine, fuck you.
In the 3rd grade, and I didn't even want her, but I felt like I was supposed to have a girlfriend. And then she was like, "I can't be with you. Like, you're so black." And then she walked back into the class and went to the 3 other popular girls and said, "Hey, guess what PJ asked me?" And they were like, "What?" "He asked me, could he be my boyfriend?" And they were all like, "What? PJ? Like, he's so black." Even the black girl said it. But that didn't deter me. I didn't have that issue or that problem later on that a lot of us have, where we can't move forward, and we can't move forward with certain women because of those issues. Yeah, I just probably channeled it into be corny.
Oh yeah, listen. At the end of the day,
yeah.
I got called a couple names myself. Like my booty was high. They used, I had what's called.
A high butt?
Like, yeah, like
a tootie booty.
Whatever. I don't even remember the name because I ain't internalized it at all. Like, I didn't think I was fine, but I knew I wasn't ugly, so I didn't care.
Sure, you've been fine for years.
No, in school, sir. Let's not put. Don't let me put the pictures up.
We should put up our picture of us, like right here, bam,
right here. Okay, but we was on ROTC together. At the end of it, I just knew I'm good, because I ain't say at the end of the day the whole podcast. I was about to say it though. I just knew that I wasn't ugly. My dad used to tell me I was beautiful all the time. So I did have that reassurance if a guy didn't think I was cute or whatever. But listen, guys just give me attention. But I just knew that I wasn't like fine, because you had the girls who were fine in high school and middle school. Girls who was fucking. I wasn't fucking.
Wow.
So I just thought that if you were fucking, if you were having relations, because I ain't getting paid off of YouTube, but fuck it. So I ain't getting paid yet. So if you were fucking in high school, all the guys thought you was fine because you was fucking, not because you was fine. Okay, then that was middle school.
No, high school. No, for me, like my problem, that was in elementary. That was in the 3rd grade.
You were fucking in elementary?
No.
Oh.
That's my God. My Lord.
You talking about the darkness?
Yes.
Okay, the darkness was since elementary.
I started either going to the 10th grade or going to the 11th grade.
Okay.
Yes. Do you know where your first place was?
Of what?
Where you did the where it happened?
The first time I had sex, it was 11th grade.
Do you know where? Like at your mom's house?
No, it was at Remy St. Felix' house.
Just gonna put that person.
Yeah, everybody know it. I told everybody. Okay. Remy St. Felix was a Playboy.
Oh, okay.
So he was my first, and I told him, and I had to fight this girl named Louisa Lords. You remember her?
Oh, yeah.
I had to fight her because she wanted to hunch him. She did. I mean, we're grown. We 40 years old now. Nobody cares. Like, Jesus. But yeah, I had to fight her in high school. We didn't physically fight, but I had to confront her. Let me say that about him because she liked him, and he took my virginity. I mean, he was a football person or whatever. He didn't care. Well, he took my virginity. 11th grade. That's when I lost my virginity at his house.
I remember when I lost mine. I think it was Mo Better Blues.
What grade was that?
I
was like in the 2nd grade.
This is high school still.
Oh, that was in 2nd grade.
When Forrest Whitaker was dating Robin
You can't
Williams.
say Forrest Whitaker without doing your eye like that.
Well, yeah, where he was.
Forrest Whitaker
was dating Robin Williams. I believe that's what her name was.
Why would he? Wait.
In the movie.
Oh,
in the movie he
okay.
was.
Okay.
And then he
Look
licked
at
her.
this. Somebody's. Oh my gosh. I don't even know when they started calling.
We keep going. So we hold it.
Nope, we gotta save it and keep it moving. Oh God. I'm headed to a whole nother episode. That's all right. It's to 16th. We can just keep going. Let's go. Okay.
And
why would she do that? Why would she call right now?
She should probably just put it on airplane mode.
But then okay, hold on. Let me see. Airplane. Is it still recording? It's still recording.
Wait. So you can see the lines are moving while I'm talking. So it's still recording.
Okay, go.
And so.
And it was getting good and juicy.
He licked it from head to toe. So I felt like
Forrest Whitaker?
Yes.
And Mo Better Blues? I never watched that movie.
Yeah, and I felt like I was supposed to do the same thing. So at recreation.
Why did you feel like you had to do the same thing?
Because that's what I saw on television. And he had somebody
But how did you relate to Forrest Whitaker?
Because he had somebody beautiful and I didn't think I was beautiful. So I was like, I
need to be
doing this. Yeah. I need to do the same thing that he's doing because that's
to a beautiful woman.
To a beautiful woman.
Lick her head to toe.
Boy, yes. Now,
and I didn't know you then.
No.
Y'all don't mind us. Okay, go ahead.
And so I thought that's what I was supposed to do. And so during summer camp, it was a hot, steamy day.
Not summer camp.
Yes, and I thought that's what I was supposed to be doing. Yeah.
I went to summer camp at Wells one time. I don't know if I was.
Did you enjoy it?
I don't know if I went there for summer camp or I went there to volunteer. That might be the problem.
A lot of trouble happened then. A lot of trouble.
To volunteer or to go?
I think us as kids, the craziness that we got into.
Y'all bad. Y'all from Revere. Y'all bad. Yep.
I mean, I ain't all the way bad, you know.
I'm not saying you're all the way bad, but all y'all was bad. You licking women from head to toe in the recreation center.
But you know what's funny? I
don't know what's funny about that.
I have to tell people regularly that I'm from Riviera. Like, they don't think that I'm from Riviera.
You don't sound like
I don't, or
and you
Riviera.
carry yourself like that.
Yeah. One of our mutual friends, and I hope he hears this, he told me that...
what's his name? What start with?
He's a barber.
Okay, then.
Yeah, and he told
me... A popular barber?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, if...
Blue Heron?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And he was saying to me that
because he's supposed to be in the podcast, but he hasn't been in one. But go ahead.
He told me, he said, "You don't even sound like you're from it because you don't say it properly." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He said, "You're saying it Riviera is Rivera," and I was like, "Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah."
The more you know, the more you grow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But he should come on your podcast.
I think he should. I told him a long time ago.
Yeah.
Now, when I blow up and making 6 figures a podcast, he better not bring his crusty ass on here because I asked him a long time ago. And then he done did other people's podcasts. He done did other people's podcasts.
My bad, man.
Get on mine.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Pick the wound. Because I feel some kind of way. I ain't gonna lie. I feel some kind of way.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, we in the library. I forgot we in the library. But
he would be really good because his I value his opinion. And
he has a very deep perspective when it comes to a lot of things.
Absolutely,
especially because his foundation is so solid.
Yeah.
So,
and one thing I do like is he's not telling men crazy stuff.
Right.
He tells us solid or gives us solid advice, and he'll even say, "Hey, I don't think you should be doing this," or "Hey, this is what I would do, but you ain't that type of dude, so you should be doing it this way." And I can respect that. That's always going to be good. That's always going to be good.
So back on the subject of lovers and friends.
Here we go.
So talking about the barber, he was somebody I dated way back 20 years ago.
Okay.
20. That's...
Yeah.
21.
We have children 20 years old.
21 years ago. He and I dated. We worked in the same shop. I was a braider at that time. He was a barber. And we dated for about a year or so, maybe a little more. I don't know. It had to been a little more. But for us to date 20 years ago, for us to still be friends to this day, and you still don't be on my podcast, I feel some kind of way.
So, if the friends that you have in your life, the men friends that you have in your life,
I ain't sleep with all of them.
Not Lord. No. Oh, gosh.
Not all of them.
As you've seen them grow and develop in life and as men, do you acknowledge or do you tell them like, "Hey, I remember when you were this little pizza boy, and now you're such and such," you know?
But not to compare and contrast. I just say I seen where you've been and where you're going. Not you wasn't a piece of shit back then, and now you might be a little bit of something now. You know what I mean? Because that to me, that's kind of like on the using side. Like, I seen you when you was down, now you up. Hey, what's up? No, I don't. But I am proud of you. You've done X, Y, and Z. And a lot of people who I've talked to or been intimate with, they take what I say full force. They don't take it with a grain of salt. If I say something, they're like, that makes sense. Let me apply it to my life. And they become better. 98.7% of people.
Okay, 0.7, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, the couple of whatever, 1 or 2.3 who take my words with a grain of salt, they be in the same position. Like, I see them to this day. And they still ain't shit. And they still ain't doing nothing. And they still ain't trying to do nothing. I'm like, oh, okay then. And they be like, oh, but you've accomplished so much in life. What you're not going to do is use me. I told you what to do, especially back then. Yeah, hell no. I told you what to do back then. Why you ain't do it?
So, the young ladies that I've been intimate with, that were my friends, before I found the Lord.
Why you gotta throw Jesus in this? I don't understand where this is going. Is it gonna be an altar call? My Cash App is. My Cash App is. This is an altar call. Okay, before we find the Lord, go ahead.
I have found that.
Where you found him at?
That's
okay. Okay then. All right, we back. Sorry, y'all. Go ahead.
And I found that as I am more of a solid and great man or stand-up man, the better they become, because I'll tell them directly.
They who? The friends that you done had sex with before you found the Lord?
Yes.
Okay.
No. And now that we have this connection, I can talk to them a little bit differently. And
what's the connection?
Oh, well, there's a different level of intimacy, because you've said my name a different way before.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All syllables, does all the way out. Does. Yeah.
Ah, shit. Okay then.
Might actually get my real name, like the whole government. That's
middle.
We're gonna get back.
We're
coming back to the, for instance.
I want to know if they say your middle name too.
Do you know my middle name?
I don't.
Well, okay.
What to start with?
A.
No, I don't.
So I'll tell
Anthony.
Yes. Felipe Antonio Camada. Don't say.
That what they said?
Ooh.
That what they said?
They called on the Lord. That brought me further to Christ.
Okay. We're going to get kicked out of life. Okay, we still good. Okay.
And that intimacy that we've had or we've shared, we can be closer, and we can talk on a different level, and we can say some things to each other, and we'll receive it in a better way. Because a lot of times we don't receive things from our friends, and we can say to them, hey, look, because I know this, because I've experienced you, we can say this. I know you don't do certain things, and because of this, might be the reason why this is going on. So why don't you apply this, or why don't you try that, and things will be better. Now, once a friend has kicked the field goal over into romance with you, and good, bad, or indifferent, can they blend that over into a relationship?
Once a friend has kicked the field goal over into a relationship, aka y'all slept together. That's it?
Yeah.
Can y'all do what now?
Can y'all be in a relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah? Now, will there be stipulations?
That's a good one. Will there be stipulations? I believe there will. There will.
Because they know certain things about you.
Yes.
They know.
Like, you can't be my best friend and be a go-getter and then get with me and be a bum. Like, that's not going to work at all. And a lot of people tend to become more relaxed with the person that they know.
Can that happen with me?
Be honest, because my audience need honesty.
So,
y'all been friends. Y'all done Fucked.
That's a good song.
Is it?
Have you not heard that song?
No.
Yeah, it's a really good song, actually.
Oh, okay.
And I don't remember who it was by, but we'll put it in the credits.
Okay. Now,
but
we need to be, can we be in a relationship?
I think
we've had this intimate moment.
I think so. But because you know my desires and how I want things to be a certain way, I would want them to be that way, and I wouldn't want you to not be that way with me because you know me and you know that I would give you the grace that you're asking for. So, what's something that people have problems? My thing that I bring up that people have an issue with. So, when it comes to being in a relationship with me, I have maybe 2 or 3 requirements, but one of my requirements is that you must wash my hair, getting these locks, right?
That ain't a lot of hair to wash. Why would somebody not want to do that?
I don't know, but I've presented it a couple times to a couple different people that were trying to pursue me, and they scoffed at it. They were like, "Wash your hair? You can wash your own hair. Why I gotta wash your hair?" And then I would be like flustered, like
something is wrong with people nowadays. I think that when people ask a certain thing, people just want to be rebellious to be like no, or it don't make sense, because that makes perfect sense to me. Because I have to sleep with you and I have to cradle you. I don't want to smell no sour ass head. Like I don't have a problem. Like we finna get in this tub together. I'm gonna put a shampoo on you, this conditioner. Like what? Not Herbal Essence. We better than that. But at the end of the day, it smells so good. But at the end of the day, we're gonna do all that together in the shower or the tub or whatever. But I don't get why that would even be an issue.
Well, one is presentation. I don't realize how I come across.
So what you said? Wash my hair, bitch?
No.
The
cursing don't even really happen with me. Like that's. I
know.
That's
why.
So it's how I present it. And I didn't realize that.
What you presented after y'all finished?
No. Like this is in the beginning. You know, they'll give me their long list of stuff I must do.
And then you have 3.
And then but mine is more of this is a level of intimacy that I'm trying to have with you, and I'm trying to be not physically intimate, but emotionally intimate with you. We are connecting this way, and this is where the problem comes in. Because you are providing a service for me, and I'm receiving the service from you. Service. That's
your love language.
No. It sounds like a submitting thing.
But acts of service is a love language.
It definitely is.
So how's that submitting?
People have issues with it, and because I'm asking of it, as opposed to where I'm just supposed to accept you and your
Lord, just come get me, because this is weird as hell.
Yeah. Well, like, I mean, you don't have to worry about that because you're not dating girls. So
I know, but I'm trying to be a spokesperson for women and let women understand that it's just that simple. I keep saying men are so simple. Men are so simple. Yeah. And if he wants me to wash his hair, if you want me to wash his nuts, it's okay.
Jesus, getting that across.
It's okay.
They got the Dr. Brothers.
Like, it's okay. Peppermint.
There we go.
Make it tingle for a while. But I don't understand why this is a problem. This is your man. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be smelling his hair or his balls. Why would you not want it to be nice? Why would that be an issue? I need to meet somebody that just want me to wash their hair. What's the other 2 requirements? I don't know if you want to put it on social media, because then everybody try to play you for those 3 things. Ooh, BJ, I'll wash your hair. And then they be like fucking 15 niggas, but they come back and wash your hair. I don't know. But
we have to have a 3-week rule. And we have to commit to this 3-week rule.
Tell me the 3-week rule.
We'll get back into that one. Then
but it's just one obligation every 3 weeks.
Every 3 weeks, we sit down and do something.
That's fine.
And then the first one is like, what's the right word? Be open with me.
Open as in?
Be open and honest.
Okay.
Whatever it is.
Transparent.
Be that with me. Don't allow yourself to. So the way that I'm asking for this is, like, people like to be blunt, and they have this weird idea that you're supposed to give it to me blood raw. Well, that's what they say here, right? Give it to me blood raw. Cool. But if I am yours, your whatever, your boyfriend, your husband, your bae, your whatever, you should still respect my feelings. You can guide your words accordingly without being mean to me. You don't have to belittle me with your choice of words because you're being blunt or you're being blood wrong with me. No. And it's not being a simp or being whatever. It's you respecting me. You don't talk to your boss that way. I'm not your boss, but you don't talk to people.
Even strangers.
Strangers. Like
you give strangers respect when you see them. Like people be on eggshells when they meet a stranger or meet a new person.
Give me the same. But
talk to you any kind of way.
Absolutely. So the second part that we're circling back to is my 3-week rule. My 3-week rule is it's something that's written down and is already written out. So in 3 weeks we come back together or we go to a public place, restaurant of sorts. We sit down and we read out these 3 things. The first one is what do you like? The next one is what do you dislike? And the third one is, which is tough, how can I love you better? So whatever it is within the 3 weeks that you liked,
and you do this every 3 weeks.
Every 3 weeks. So now we are evaluating our relationship in a positive way. We're not just saying that you left the toilet seat up. You always leave the toilet seat up. No, I really do like that you were consistent with making my lunch every single day. And you know that I struggle with getting up in the morning. I really appreciate that you've made my lunch for me so that I can just take it and go on the way out. And then that little note that you put on the inside, I really like that. But I don't like that you leave the toilet seat up in the middle of the night. And how can I love you better? What do I need to do to show you more love? And you have to be honest with that reflection.
What if they can't find something in 3 weeks? That mean you're doing a good job?
I don't know.
I'm not a nitpicky person. Like my thing would never be the toilet seat is up, like ever. Like you know what I mean? Because it's just too easy to put the toilet seat down. You know what I mean? Now if you peeing all over the seat, nigga, turn the light on. Yeah. Aim correctly. Yeah. And if you peeing everywhere, wipe that shit up. Yeah. That's my thing. But if you just leave the toilet seat up, okay, then put it down, go pee. But I think that I would definitely flake every 3 weeks. Mine would probably be like every 3 months.
So I've had that problem before in relationships, and we didn't last that long. So if we got it out of the way earlier, then we can continuously move forward.
Makes sense. I'm not problematic though.
And I don't think it's...
I'm just more so, we cool, we coasting. And then I'm really like super busy. So I don't have enough time to dedicate to...
But it's us working on a relationship.
Which is fine.
How do we do that? You know?
That is fine. If you wanted, I'm not going to be like, I'm not doing this shit every 3 weeks. I'm not going to do that. If you good with doing it 3 weeks, every 3 weeks, that's fine. But don't expect my list to be extensive because I will not find a problem in 3 weeks. I'm telling you now. Like, I'm not that kind of person. 3 months, yes. Over this 3 month period, over these 90 days, this is what I saw. Cool. Right. But it still ain't going to be a long list. It might be like 1 or 2 things. Because at the end of the day, if I don't like something and I know you're not going to change it, I'm gone. Because I'm going to say something to you beforehand. I'm not going to wait them 3 weeks. I'm not going to wait them 3 days. If I see something I don't like, I'm going to say it right then and there. And then you just do what you got to do. Either you change or you don't. You know, but 3 weeks, which is a good concept. And I think that's a good concept for people who are not in tune, like, with themselves. Like, you might be 100% in tune with yourself, but the person you're dealing with is not. So to give them grace and to let them evolve in a relationship, that's cool. To be like, okay, every 3 weeks, it's going to be real cute to them. Me, I'm like, we're not doing that. If you want to do that, that's fine. I'll come back every 90 days. You can do it every 3 weeks just to make sure you're doing whatever. But 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to have a complaint. You know, but I'm trying to think of a complaint I ever had when it comes to, if it ain't like something stupid like cheating, like the dumb shit. Yeah, I don't really have complaints like that because if you're leaving like socks, and I know it really ticks some people off, but I'm so easy to just pick up a sock and just throw it in the hamper. You know what I mean? It's just like it's right there. He walked over it. But if you're doing it for 90 days consecutively, then I'll be like, okay, baby, it's been 90 days. And I've been picking up your drawers and your socks and your pants and your this and your that. The hamper is right there. Or you throw it towards the hamper and you don't make it in. Like, help me out.
What did you learn from your last relationship?
I don't remember.
I don't believe it was that long ago. But okay. What I learned about myself in my last relationship, I didn't realize like how I learned how to be a better team. And that's what I promoted from the very beginning of that relationship. I wanted to be their teammate, and I didn't want it to be PJ's the captain, and I didn't want to be the Michael Jordan and she be the Scottie Pippen. No, I wanted us to be the Bulls, and I wanted us to be the '96 Bulls. You know, I wanted us to run the gamut together. And if I'm great at something, cool. You know, let me take that lead. If you're great at something, here you go, take the reins, and I'm gonna follow right behind you. You know, cheering and supporting you on. I learned how to be a much better teammate, and how to openly express myself. Now, it's funny because she sent me videos of you.
Me?
Yes.
Videos of me?
Yes.
Oh Lord!
Like,
hold on. Let me move it over there on you a little bit. I know that. What the? Okay, what video she sent? First of all,
I don't remember which one it was in particular. I said to myself, like, hold on. Do you know that I know
from like
her? Social
media?
Yes, and I was shocked that she didn't know that I knew you, and I was like, dude, that's my Cheryl. Like, chill out. You don't be sending me stuff, whatever. Like, no, because
I know her.
Yeah,
I know her in real life.
Cheryl will pull up to the house. Like,
what? Who the fuck? What? No, I'm saying. Pow, pow, pow. No, I'm joking.
Oh my goodness. It was just, that was different.
It's so funny how my stuff just be like circulating through social media chat. But anyways.
Yeah,
If I knew what video it was, I would insert it right here, but I don't. What am I talking about?
You weren't talking about anything in particular, but I'm saying to myself, like, I was saying that, hey, look, there's Cheryl and then there's you. We're gonna stay over here because being over here with Cheryl isn't something you can really do. We're just gonna stay over here and
I wear a size 7. You might wear a size 9.
And bask in this moment over here. You know. Yeah, because if anybody, it's funny. Like, I remember one time, I told somebody in particular. They were like, "Hey, is there anybody that I need to know about?" I was like, "Well, I have certain friends that I haven't seen in a long time, and when they come in town, I'm gonna spend time with them.
Drop everything
and come through." And they were like, "Are they women?" And I was like, "There's a couple, but it's nothing that you need to worry about. If I've said I love you, then that's all you need, and then we're good to go. You don't have to worry about those things."
But you know how many men tell women they love them and still go and have sex with somebody else? That's their problem. That's their problem. And the thing is, regardless, you can't stop them from doing whatever. So I don't care how many I love you, forehead kisses, and all that stuff he give you. If his mind is made up to go sleep with somebody else, he's gonna go sleep with somebody else.
Do you like the forehead kisses?
I love them. I shouldn't have said that. I hate them. But I got a big forehead, so.
So, I have found that there's a lot on the other end that.
The forehead kisses?
No.
Oh.
Well, I would love that. Like, if I'm laying in the bed with you and you gave me a little kiss on the forehead and, love you, babe. I love you too. Snuggle butt. I would just be elated.
They vacuum in here? Okay, go ahead.
So, like, I have found that there's, on the other end of it, where there's men that will do things for certain women, and no matter what. So when they call, or then when they talk to them, because the woman may not call him, and when he reaches out and talks to him, and as he tells him her woes, then he injects himself, and that can be very problematic in a relationship.
Very much so.
Like how the sexing of somebody else, that's not your boyfriend, girlfriend, but you didn't now paid a car note, and I didn't know you paid a car note, or you didn't bought their kids some shoes, and hey, where are you getting the shoes from? Like, and I didn't know about this, but Big Dick Terrence that bought the shoes, for the baby, and Nah, I'm left looking silly.
Not big dick Terrence.
You know, and I can't compete, you know, because whenever Terrence comes around, he takes care of things, and then you just have a little fluttering moment, or you're upset at me for no reason. Yeah. You know, I definitely would have bought those shoes.
Damn.
Yeah.
No.
So it's just, it's on both sides, different, but on both sides. Yeah.
Well, I know on my side, I'm too honest. Like, even I gotta say this without people looking at me crazy. I've learned to talk to people in their comfort zone for me to tell my truth to them. Mm-hmm. So if it's anything that's going on with me that might affect them, I know how to go about saying what it is that I feel might affect them. Mm-hmm. And then they, in return, can say whatever it is. If I'm going from friend to lover, mm-hmm. I have to let them know what I was in between that course. You know what I mean? Not to run down my whole history and nothing like that. Like, mm-hmm. fuck you. But if you want to be into me, that's my thing with intimacy. Mm-hmm. If you want to be into me, then I have to let you know these certain things about myself. Anybody who deal with me knows that D Suave is my best friend. Period. Mm-hmm. Been that way. Cammy was maybe 5 or 6 or I don't know. But I let people know that he is my best friend. We've never done anything, whatever. But when we're together, because we know each other so deeply, people think that we've had something going on.
There's a real connection.
Even his girlfriends, my boyfriends, everybody think we had something going on. I'm like, no, we've never done anything, mm-hmm. period. We travel together. He takes my pictures. I pay him I pay him.
Because you would have got them pictures for free. If I
was giving him some of this Sutherland Snap, I would have got some free edits on my pictures. But I don't.
Your real government name. I love that.
Sutherland Snapper.
Yeah.
I would have to, you know what I'm saying? I would get that. Photo shoots? Who, what, when, where? Like, you know what I'm saying? But no. I respect him as a friend. I respect his business. I pay him. I pay for his travel. Whatever. I just pay. And my thing is, a lot of people don't understand our level of friendship. And we've discussed it because it just seemed like everybody else said, oh, y'all should be together. Yeah, da, 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 da. And because we're such good friends, so we've discussed, well, what do you think if? Well, I don't know. And he's a very logical thinker. So he'll break everything down. By the time he break it down, oh boy, don't even worry about the conversation. Don't even worry about it. So he's not the kind of person to be like, it's a good idea. Pounce. He ain't that person. You know what I mean? But it's just so like weird to everybody else that you could have what's the word? When you like laying next to somebody and you don't go for the gusto. They have that
self-control.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He has that and
self-discipline as well.
Self-discipline, all that stuff. He has that before he even met me.
Sometimes you see that Buddha and it makes you want to do some things. What's going on, boss?
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll change your opinion.
Correct.
On your level of friendship with them because of that.
Because they see that butt.
Oh, because it's a blessing, you know.
The booty's a blessing.
And you want that blessing in your life. Amen. You wanna reach out and touch it. You want to come to terms with that.
Grips.
Oh, and grips of that blessing. You want to be a part of that. Yes, indeed.
And yes, then, but the self-control.
It's needed. It's needed. While you were saying that, it made me think to myself, could you be in a relationship where you were waiting for sex for marriage?
Excuse me?
Yes, you said, hey, I don't want to have sex until I get married.
That's what a guy tell me?
Yes.
I mean, if that's what I'm on it too. As long as he should do everything else right.
And he doesn't taste you or anything either.
That's fine. Like take care of my needs, have these conversations and all that other stuff. That's fine. I'm not that kind of person that I got. I ain't no humper.
So you don't need a test drive.
No.
Okay.
Listen, women. Okay, I've had this discussion. Okay, we've had this discussion about if he got.
Props, Cheryl.
I have props.
Oh my God.
If he have, we're gonna say this is like the eggplant. This is okay. Y'all know what this is. And
okay,
it's the same. It's a let me.
One has more width than the other.
Which is true. What? Let me take the top off of some. Just when it's a shrimp. My thing is.
Shrimp. Okay.
Because some of them men, they be having girth, but they still don't know what they're doing. But at the end of the day, like, to me, this is me and my personal thing. I am only 5 feet tall. I can accommodate everything except an anaconda. I'm not doing that. I'm not tearing my insides out for that. But I'm good. If it ain't a fallout shrimp, I'm okay.
That's a real thing?
Yes. Every time they pull back and fall out, it's a real thing. I can't do that because I'm already small and tight. Like we can't. We're not entertaining that.
Okay.
Yeah. But if it's like a colossal shrimp.
Colossal.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, if it's a colossal shrimp or a prawn, we good.
Okay.
And anything outside of that, anaconda, not good. But I can wait because most men are average sized, and if they're not, they take something and
talking about my hands being bigger than average. Anywho, back to what you were saying.
Right, but a lot of women cannot take below average. They will leave a whole relationship. It'll be 100% great. He get her whatever she want. He treat her, but he know he have to accommodate. So he give her the princess treatment because he know his pee-pee is little.
Okay.
So they over accommodate because of that little penis. But the women just can't take it because they have to be fulfilled.
From the inside out. From the
inside out. My fulfillment might be a little different because I don't care about that shit. Only lasts about 3-4 seconds. So what? Hey. Listen, 5 to 7 pumps and they good. I said, wow. I was like, it's 7:46. It's 7:46. He done. Like it be like that.
That's a blessing. Praise God. Like to be able to.
I don't even think that count as a mile. Do it count as a mile? Because they be like, oh, she got miles on her pussy. Do that really count as a mile?
I mean, that might be kilometers.
I don't really think that count as a mile.
I don't know. I think within that scenario, on the other end of it, it is projected, that's the better way to say it. It is projected that we are responsible for all aspects of the sex. So if you're not one with I think it's called WAP, if you're not one with that, right? And then you knew that from the beginning, but I'm supposed to be coming through with this anaconda, and there's no lubrication for this friction that we're about to have. That can be tough. That can be really, really tough. And then
I never thought about that.
Experiencing that in real life, and then them having these thoughts and notions that you're supposed to be a certain way, but they're not even going to be trying to be a certain way. Like if I had a little thing, I think I get a pump. I get a pump.
That's what I said. Men will definitely do what it takes. That's what I'm saying.
That or my mouth would be much better.
They do that too. I say they overcompensate.
Yeah.
They do all kind of tricks and everything, and they got that taser tongue and all that. But when they get in, it be I took that 3 to 5 pumps. I took it down a notch. I said 5 to 7 before, but it's definitely 3 to 5 pumps, and they be trying to hold it. I'm like, don't hold it. Just let go.
I think if you really come to terms with who you are and not do the extra stuff and just be who you are, you'll be okay.
I don't think so.
And that's tough for a lot of people.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Now, if you got a fallout shrimp, you know the little shrimp that they put in seafood salad, the one that curled up real tight.
The one in the fried rice.
In the fried rice shrimp. I think that's a shrimp that you got to work hard. You got to have money. And it'd be so funny because it'd be like real fine ass dudes. Real fine. But they feed Lolo, that hand Lolo. And they got that fried rice shrimp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm gonna have her take some burdock root so that or some slippery worm, I think that's what it's called. So that, or some maca root, so that we can get this waterfall going ahead of time. Because if it's not going with those,
chlorophyll will get you wet too.
Praise the Lord. Yeah.
I'm gonna go waterfall like it used to, but that chlorophyll, you know, there don't nobody be there.
But for me, like I'm waiting for marriage again. So that's when that happens, and the Lord sends me my wife. There's gonna be a blessing. It'll be great. I think my phone made a noise then. Like,
because God was like, what? You ain't for what? So what you were doing yesterday? He's so funny.
But I would actually wait. But we would have to be firing on all cylinders. I would wait for
There's no problem with waiting for marriage, because y'all act like y'all gotta wait 17 years for marriage. Like, if y'all good, like literally, if y'all good and y'all spend enough time with each other,
what's your timeline?
It don't have to. I don't have one.
I think 3 months.
I don't have a timeline.
Within 3 months, I can get married to you and be happy.
I don't have a timeline.
Yeah, but we both.
It could be 3 months. It could be 3 days. It could be 3 hours.
3 days.
Okay. 72 hours.
Let me get my credit score up.
I fixed that. See, those type of things. What we talked about earlier is them kind of things right there. They be like, "Oh, I can't give up my credit score low. I can't give up."
Oh, like, so we can get into that too, because like I really do think a lot of guys.
We can't, because it's 10 minutes. They finna close.
Okay.
So that's another episode. But yeah, I just think that. So bring it back to the topic of being lovers. Being friends converted to lovers, you think it could work?
Absolutely.
I believe so as well.
You just have to put in the. You can't depend on your past friendship with them to be the end all be all and only be what makes your relationship work, because they weren't in a relationship with you; they were in a friendship with you, and if you were a sorry boyfriend girlfriend, you're probably going to be a sorry boyfriend, girlfriend with your best friend. And you'll probably lose your best friend because you were sorry. I think I heard this sermon the other day, and he said, a lot of us are praying for God to send us the right one, but we're not praying that we are the right one for whoever God is sending us.
God always talk about preparation.
So if you're not preparing yourself for the love of your life, what are you doing? You're just hoping that you're going to win the lottery. And that's how everybody that gets the lottery loses all their money, because they're not prepared for that abundance of money. So this overflow of a blessing that you're about to get, that Cheryl prototype that you're about to get, you're going to lose it. So do what it takes to make yourself great.
You are the prototype. Okay, so yes, I believe that you can definitely be lovers and friends, or friends and then lovers. But like I say, it might be, I think when you go into that realm, don't have your expectations too high, because I think that's another thing that people do. Is because you were a great friend, now you have to be an exceptional lover. Don't do that. Just the same vibe y'all was on when y'all was friends. Expect that, and then y'all grow into something better together.
Absolutely.
So don't put it on one person or the other. But nobody wants my type of vibe, so we're just gonna go ahead and be like,
we're ready to close.
Okay, we're coming.
I'm giving you a heads up.
Okay, so nobody wants that kind of vibe, but at the end of the day, everybody wants that vibe. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So, anyways, we're getting kicked out of the library, Revere Beach.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Rivera Beach.
Rivera, thank you for giving us this opportunity to be in your life.
Not really, because they're kicking us out.
And to host this podcast in this moment, and to use your Wi-Fi and things of that nature.
I didn't even use that Wi-Fi.
Well,
I'm on airplane mode.
But I did.
Oh.
Yes.
So, Socially Cheryl, it's the podcast, and I'm going to leave the ending outro right here.